Y'all like my Babiana? You see that thing thinging? You see it swaying? I think this hairstyle is so cute, honestly. It just be moving so like, You know, I've been wearing it to work recently, but as soon as somebody said that I look like I got puppy ears, I didn't like that. So I probably will never wear this style again, okay? It's just for today, because I don't like being referred to as a dog. That's neither here nor there. Anyways, welcome to the Dre Files, hosted by yours truly, Ariandrellc. What up, you guys? Welcome back to the Dre Files, featuring yours truly, Ariandrellc. And today, as you can see, I'm wearing my Spread Love t-shirt. What the back say? To the person behind me, I hope your day is as amazing as you are. Smile. You look good. Every time I wear my Spread Love t-shirts, I get so many compliments about how my message on the back makes them feel. And honestly, if you want to spread the love too, you need to go get you some, okay? So go ahead and check out ariandre.com. That's ariandre.com. And don't forget to use your promo code ariandretv for 20% off. Now, let's get into today's video. So as y'all know, I work on third shift and I see a lot of crazy things happening. But I think my number one thing that baffles me is the people that become for alcohol, okay? And it either can be the late night ones or the early morning ones. It baffles me the same. So being that I work on third shift and I'm in control of when the alcohol stops selling and starts selling, in North Carolina it's 2 a.m. when it stops and 7 a.m. when it starts. And on Sunday it's even later, it's 11 a.m. But since I work, I need to know them times and I need to be shutting things down. But that's something I never really understood. Why is it that we stop selling alcohol for 5 hours out of the day? Like, what is that 5 hours really doing? Does the alcohol need to sleep or something? Like, what is going on that we need to stop for 5 hours? At that point, you might as well just do it 24 hours. I don't know. It's this day and age where we got the internet, so I just looked it up. And this is what they said. Basically, the reasons for why they stop at 2 a.m. is for public safety, to limit late night hours and help reduce late night drunk driving and traffic accidents. And also for law enforcement, it gives local police a clear time frame to manage nightlife disturbances, bar closes, and public safety. But what that translates to in my brain is the police need to know exactly what time everybody's finna be walking out these clubs so they know when to go and do some police work. They basically like, all right, fellas, it's time to go and get that paycheck. Let's go get them up. But that's honestly just what I think in my head about that rule, because it doesn't make sense to me. But for as long as I can remember, it's stopped at 2 a.m. and started at 7 a.m. But because I close it down at 2 a.m., I see a lot of people strolling in right before the time cut off. Y'all cutting it close. All I know is if you don't have your stuff up to this counter and checked out by 2 o'clock, it's not going to let me sell it to you. And you get the people that will come in and literally beg you, bribe you to try and get you to give them some alcohol. Like, if I give you $20, can't you just pay for it in the morning? No, I cannot. I'm not going to lose my job over you. Or let me just slide you this 20 and you let me take it. No, you're stealing. You're stealing. I'm sorry. I cannot sell it to you. Goodbye. And I love to pull one of these fast little things where they put it on the counter. It's already hitting 2 o'clock. I'm said, you can no longer buy these. Thank you. Have a nice day. But then that's when you also see people get a little mad. They get a little rowdy as soon as they can't buy their stuff and they was here before 2 o'clock. My bad, you took too long trying to decide what you wanted. But by the time you got up here to check out, it's 2 o'clock. You can't get it no more. I've had people get up to the counter, get mad because I couldn't sell it to them, and they start stealing the floor alcohol. Okay? Beer drinkers will turn into wine drinkers real quick because that's all we have left out on the floor. Because all the beer and stuff is locked up, down packed, okay? But the wine, oh, that's willy-nilly all throughout the floor. So they be taking it and running because you're not finna stop me from having my alcohol. At least that's what they be thinking, okay? I've had people come in, oh, I can't buy this now? Man, and walk out with it. But I'm not finna risk my life trying to chase after nobody, okay? Do whatever. Just leave me out of it. Don't be bringing no pew-pews up in here. I don't got time. But I honestly don't understand that with my establishment. Like, why y'all keep the cold stuff locked up, but then y'all still have, like, packaged stuff or stuff that's just out and willy-nilly on the floor. Like, all the alcohol should be locked down pack, unless you want people to steal. I don't know. I don't understand it, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not big management. I'm not boss management, and that's not coming out of my paycheck, okay? When 7 o'clock starts rolling around, that's when you start seeing people lining up, waiting like it's Black Friday to get their alcohol as soon as it hits 7 o'clock on the dot, okay? Like, dang, the birds ain't even out. They ain't even started chirping yet. They not even awake. How are you awake and ready to get your alcohol this early in the morning? Now, there's different levels to it, okay? I'll call this the levels of alcohol warrior, okay? Level 1 is that mild grade, that like person who's getting off a third shift, and this is their nighttime, okay? They drink during the day because they work at night. People like me, you know? People getting off at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, they just trying to wind down after a long shift, a stressful shift probably. Those are understandable. And they come in with a certain attitude because, you know, they come in looking tired as I don't know what. They get their alcohol and they leave. No problem to it, right? But then you got that level 2 alcohol warrior, right? That's somebody who's been drinking all night and they ready to continue the party on that morning, okay? When they get to the counter, I can smell you before you even get 10 feet away from me. That's ridiculous. But then you got that level 3 warrior, which is the scariest warrior in my eyes. That's the one that rolls out of bed and they like, hey, I need my beer to start my day off. Why are you waking up ready to drink? Waking up ready to drink. Starting your day off with a beer instead of a coffee. We got pots brewing over there. Get you one of them. But instead you want a 6-pack. Okay. Scary. But since all of the alcohol is locked till 7 o'clock, some people be coming in and expecting those doors to be unlocked at 7 o'clock. Be banging and knocking like, dang, hold up. Let me find the key first. Like, we just getting the day started. The morning people are coming in for their breakfast and coffees. Yeah, you're ready for your beer. Please relax. Let me get the key. Give me 1 second. So in the morning time, when it's time to unlock that alcohol, you're going to see different levels of your alcohol warriors. And this is probably some of the crazy stories that I've experienced in my time working on third shift. So boom, customer walks in, they go to the alcohol door. It's locked. They jiggling. Okay, now they come to the front. They irritated, right? They come up talking about some, hey, y'all think it's supposed to be unlocked right now. It's 7 o'clock. Come unlock the door. Excuse me? Let's restart. Good morning. How you doing today? What can I get for you? They go, I don't got time for all that. Come unlock the door. Who are you talking to? Because you're not talking to me. So I proceeded to say, sir, I obviously see that you're drunk right now, and I cannot in my right mind sell you alcohol at this time. You have a nice day. That made him mad, and he started cussing me out. He calling me every name up under the book. Now another supervisor come over. They asking, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I said to them, as you can see, by the way he's acting, I believe him to be drunk, and I cannot in my right mind sell him alcohol at this time. What do you think? They proceed to laugh and tell him the same thing. Sir, we can't sell you alcohol at this time. You have a nice day. He cops a whole fit and he's walking out, slashing stuff, throwing stuff on his way out. But what you're not going to do is come in and have an attitude with me because I'm not unlocking the door right at 7 o'clock. You can have all the attitude you want to, sir. But at the end of the day, I gave you a chance to fix your attitude because it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Give me a second to unlock the door. But for you to come up with an attitude, now you're not getting your alcohol. Sorry. You want to have an attitude? Here's the door. The ABC store is open. The ABC store is open right now. Why are you coming to my establishment for some alcohol? And then go have an attitude because it's not unlocked at 7 o'clock. It just opened. It just opened. And I gave him a chance to fix his attitude. You still wanted to have an attitude. So you're not getting your alcohol. Sorry. Bye. So another dude comes in. He sees the door to the alcohol is locked. He comes to the counter to tell me, but I have a line of people. I say, all right, sir, let me just get my line down and I'll come unlock the door for you. A couple more people get in line. He sees that. He's sitting here waiting for like 2 seconds. He starts to get a little irritated. My bad that 2 seconds was too long because he started being like, you know what? Let me get the key. I'll unlock it for you. I guess you work here now. And I honestly look at my line. I'm like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't take rocket science to know how to open a door with a key. You put the key in, you turn it, open the door. Right? Wrong. Worst mistake I made. I hand him the key. He goes on about his day. I'm checking out customers. Next thing I know, I hear a loud bang. Like a bang that made me like jump and turn my head. Like, what the heck just happened? Then he comes strolling around the corner talking about some, your key broke, but I managed to get the door open anyways. And then got in line to buy his alcohol. Once the line was down, I'm sitting here looking at the key like, now how the heck did you break the key? Like, it's bent up all out of shape. Like like this part, right? This part was split in two. How did you split it in two? I'm confused. All you do is put it in and twist. So how did you split it? That's none of my business. But then I'm like, I also heard a bang. I peek around that corner. Tell me why the door is still locked on its hinges, but the top of it is like bent backwards. You mean to tell me you strong-armed our door and bent it open so that you can grab your beer? All because you were impatient and didn't allow me to come and unlock it for you at 7 o'clock? So not only did we have to get a new key because you broke it, because you don't know how to open a lock, apparently, but you also now made us have to replace the door because you wanted to bend metal in order to get your alcohol. I've never seen somebody so hell-bent on getting alcohol that they bent a door. But yeah, the only good encounters I have with people coming to get alcohol at 7 in the morning are the third shift ones because they're too tired to cause a ruckus. They come in, they get what they need, and they wait, they turn if it's not open yet. They understand, you know, we're working, I'm working third shift too, they understand. So they give me time to go and open the door. They don't rip it off its hinges or break the key after I gave you permission to use it. But there's a special case of alcohol warrior that I haven't even talked about. And that's the ones that I call all around the worlders. Okay? Those are the ones that come and get a 6-pack before 2 a.m., but be right back around at 7 a.m. to get a 24-pack. How are you drinking that much alcohol in one day? People like them make me realize that my liver is nowhere in competition with theirs. I can have a couple of beers and now I'm messed up, passed out. Or I can have a couple of shots and now I'm tipsy-turvy, topsy-teasy, okay? But you mean to tell me you've had a 24-pack and then came back for a 6-pack? That's 30 beers in one day. There's only 24 hours in a day. So even if you stayed up for a whole 24 hours, you're drinking more than 1 beer an hour. I'm worried for your health. What are we doing? And the amount of people who will literally come in every day buying packs and packs of beer, how are you going through all of that in one day? I don't understand it. But my liver could never. My liver could never. But since we are talking about alcohol, let me just put a PSA out there for all of y'all who are choosing to drink. Have fun. Drink your drinks. Just do not drink and drive. Call an Uber, call a friend, sleep in your freaking car. But remember, you know, take the keys out the engine and don't sit in your driver's seat because they still could arrest you. But do not drink and drive, okay? Learn from me because I've been through it, okay? I already had the DWI, had to go to jail, had to get my license taken, had to go to court, had to go to classes. I'm out thousands of dollars in court and classes fees, okay? Baby, them fees. And now insurance is through the roof, okay? So take it from somebody who's already been through it and spent through it. But bottom line, do not drink and drive. It's no fun paying all these fees and getting broke. So take it from somebody who knows. So since we're talking about bad decisions and people's decisions with their lives and stuff, let's do a weekly dilemma because I haven't done one of them in a while. And I got a juicy one that came in last night. So it's time for a weekly dilemma, a weekly dilemma, a weekly dilemma. It's been a minute since I did a weekly dilemma. So listen up because I might not get everything right. And I need y'all to step in and handle it in the comments. You feel me? But a weekly dilemma is basically where my viewers, my people, anybody who reaches out to me comes for advice. Because sometimes when we're in a situation, we get too wrapped up in our own minds, our own thoughts, and can't see other perspectives. So we need somebody else's advice or point of view to help us see us through this situation. And that's what I like to do, okay? I like to help y'all see it from a different point of view or give y'all some advice on what I think. But again, it's based off of my opinion, so don't burn me at the stake. So here we go. Hey, I need your opinion because my friends think I'm tripping. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost a year. He has a female best friend he's known since middle school. They text every day, hang out sometimes, and he says there's never been anything romantic between them. The other day, I found out they have each other's location. That bothered me, but I didn't say anything. Last week, he canceled plans with me because she called and said she was having a bad day and needed someone to talk to. He says I'm being insecure and that if the roles were reversed, he wouldn't care if I had a guy best friend. I don't want to be a controlling girlfriend, but I also feel like your partner should come before your friends. Am I overreacting? Should I let it go? Or is this a red flag? Y'all always bring me the tea, okay? I love it. I love it. For me, that's a red flag off the bat because a friend having a bad day isn't dropping all plans with you and then going to see them. It's a simple phone call, FaceTime, or scheduling a lunch plan the next day or something like that so that y'all can talk and figure out what happened or what you're going through. You feel me? But to cancel plans because they having a bad day. Now, if it's something serious like a death in the family, they broke down somewhere, they're stranded somewhere, or they're in serious need of help, then by all means go and help them. You know, be that friend and go and help your people. I don't care if it's a cousin, friend, family, whatever. Go and help them. You feel me? But because they're having a bad day and they just need somebody to talk to, you didn't have to cancel plans to do that. That could have been a phone call or a FaceTime, like I said. There's nothing wrong with having an opposite sex friend, correct? Boys can be friends with girls, girls can be friends with boys. There's no problem with that. But when you're in a relationship, both parties now have to respect the relationship. Both parties have to kind of change how they act. The best friend has to respect the relationship, and the partner also has to respect the relationship. Meaning, you're not dropping plans at the drop of a dime because somebody had a bad day. Also, I hate when people try and flip it onto the other person, like, well, if you did it, I wouldn't be mad, or I wouldn't care. Like, really? Or are you just saying that so that you can go and do whatever it is that you wanted to do? Because I guarantee 9 times out of 10, if you were to have a guy friend and you canceled plans with him to go and make sure he was okay because he had a bad day and needed somebody to talk to, your boyfriend would feel some type of way. Now, maybe I'm tripping, and maybe he's just very open-minded. But 9 times out of 10, that's not how it works. People only say that whenever they want to go and do what it is they want to do. So no, you're not overreacting. And this is not just an insecure thought. And the fact that when you told him about it, that's how he reacted, I don't like that. If I'm bringing something to your attention, as my partner, you should be willing to hear me out. You shouldn't automatically try and make it seem like, oh, it's my emotions or, oh, I'm doing too much. Like, no, hear me out and let's try and figure out how we can compromise so that this is not a problem anymore. Obviously, if I'm bringing it to your attention, it's a problem. And the correct response from him would have been, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was affecting you. How would you like me to go about it next time? But for him to be like, oh, you're just being insecure. Red flag. Red freaking flag. I don't feel like the problem is him being friends with a girl. I feel like it's his reactions that are the problem and that are causing these red flags. Because if you can drop plans with your current relationship to go handle your best friend because she had a bad day, and then you can flip it on your relationship and say, oh, you're being insecure, that's a complete red flag. I'm sorry. And I get it. You don't want to come off as a controlling girlfriend and to control who your partner sees and doesn't see. But even if it was a guy, it would still be a problem because you still canceled plans with me to go and make sure they're okay when it's something that could have easily been handled with a phone call or a FaceTime. Now, if it was something serious and they needed that face-to-face contact or something, then let me know that. But because, based off of what you told me in this message, it was just they had a bad day and needed somebody to talk to. Even if it was a guy, it would still be disrespectful towards the relationship. But there's boundaries that should be respected in a relationship, and he disrespected it when he did that. So no, you're not tripping. No, you're not overthinking. And no, this is not an insecure thought, because baby, I thought the same way. Okay? Especially with that location sharing thing. Now look, don't get me wrong. They've been friends since middle school, so you don't know how long they've had each other's location. And y'all have only been dating for, what'd you say, a year? Y'all been dating for almost a year. So you don't know how long they've had locations. You know, best friends do that. That's cool. That might not be something to really worry too much about. It'll be weird though if y'all at a place or something and the best friend starts pulling up. That's when it starts to get weird. She can know where he at or whatever, but as long as she not pulling up, as long as they not meeting up, as long as you stay in your place, he stay in his place, okay, cool. You know, it's just a safety matter. But it starts getting disrespectful if one person starts pulling up on the other person at random times, or you know my location, so now you're also showing up at the same place. That's weird. That's weird. That's when it would be a problem. So for that part, since they've been friends for so long, it might just be a safety thing. It might not be too much. But with everything else, honestly, in my opinion, it's weird. But if they had it before y'all got together, can't really say too much about that. But if it was an after, so yeah, I might not have gotten everything. There might be a different point of view out there. So as my viewers, if y'all see a different point of view or y'all have a different idea of what could be happening here, let us know in the comments. Because I could be putting fire on the fuel. You know what I'm saying? I could be putting fire on the fuel. You feel me? Because I see it the same way she do. But if y'all see it differently, let us know. Let us know. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I kind of just wanted to come on here and chit chat. You know, I make my videos about my everyday life, and some people just been coming in early at 7 o'clock in the morning and be getting on my nerves. So I just had to come on here and speak on it because I just think it's so baffling to me. And there's so many different types of people that I've seen while working third shift. Okay, I got stories for days about third shift. Okay, you already know. You already know if you've been here long enough. You feel me? So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Take care. I appreciate you for joining. And you already know, before we go, I got to give you a kiss of good luck, good faith, good everything. So if you consent to a kiss, give me your face. If not, skip a couple of seconds. But this is a kiss of good luck, good faith, good everything for your week to come. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a marvelous time. I hope you have a beautiful time. I hope something good happens to you and it just makes you smile. You know, spread that love, baby. You feel me? I hope something just comes and loves on you and makes you feel like you're the best person in the world, because you are. But I love you. I hope to see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Here's your kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. You're amazing, wonderful, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.